sir. A little bit about me. I like being outdoors, hunting, fishing. Graduated from Bayport, originally from the Green Bay area. I go to UW Milwaukee, and some pictures of the outdoors and whatnot for me. A little bit of safety, I'll touch a little bit about it because I have quite a bit of slides. So we have our basic PPE, so our gloves, our bump caps, air protection, and then classes. And then with electrical work, when they're like working on motors, we gotta shut down the motor starter so there's no like instances of motor starting up when the millwrights are working on it. And we usually use a meter and whatnot to make sure there's no electricity on the hardware or whatever that we're using. First project was from the big guy himself, Chris Williams. He gave it to me back in February. It was number 11 pyramid team team center renovation in the blue building. He wanted it done within 2 weeks before the CEO visit, our new CEO. So what they originally wanted was some new whiteboards and new TV and then new chairs. But with the whiteboards I had the wall painted a bit gray, so the whiteboards wouldn't blend in, and so it would pop out a bit more. So got new covers for the Ethernet cords, outlets, new paint job, like I said, a TV monitor, new chairs, new exit lights, the whole 9 yards basically for that, and new ceiling tiles. The only thing that wasn't new was flooring, which would have taken a bit too long. That's my first project, and then I have some cost layout and whatnot. Total of services is $4,380.62. Total of hardware was $8,560.51 for a grand total of $12,941.13. Hopefully that wasn't too expensive. For my next project was temperature sensors for the number 3 Ahlstrom or the debarking drum. The premise of this project was to have temperature sensors on either side of the hydraulic unit. So in case of a fire, it would stop the hydraulic unit from pressing or giving more hydraulic fluid into the gate, so then there isn't a bigger fire or a hydraulic fire. That's the premise of it. The process of this is I'm still waiting on the hardware. You gotta follow with purchasing. They're taking a bit, and then so is the vendor. So I gotta follow up on that before I go and leave some notes for Brad. I don't have service costs or anything for that. Sensors I'm getting 3 of them, or 4 of them. 1 on either side of the gate, 1 on the reservoir, and then 1 should be spare stock. Total cost of the hardware is $1,549.80, and then I found that rate on JDE for $33 for the RE9, guys. So total is $1,582.80. And then my next project is the water treatment plant PLC5 rack 3 removal and then IO radio replacement. So out at the guard shack, there was a PLC5 it's obsolete, so we wanted to replace it with some newer, better, more reliable IO radios because we didn't need the whole PLC5 that was really big and bulky. So what we did was we demoed that and had our IO radios connected up and wired. And as you can see from the photo, there was a lot of other buttons and lights for like the truck dump and whatnot, and we got rid of those and cleaned it up. So it's all working now. It is working as of right now, and not too bad for the first real electrical engineering project that I finished up here. So here's some service costs, total of $6,129.83. I was quoted from Van Earth for $9,139, but didn't, so to say, finish out the whole project. They got the project started and I hooked up the radios and whatnot, but I had to go back in with our E&I Shifty guys and to clean up the wires and clean up all the old stuff and make sure the wires were landed correctly and whatnot. And then if you can see, what isn't yellow, it's pretty much reused or it's been in the storeroom. What is yellow is the new digital input and output radios that we had to get new because we didn't have them here. So those are new, everything else is being reused or from the storeroom. Total cost for the whole project is $9,286.24. Next one is a project I picked up from my old intern with the BARC system. It was just working on the drawings, yeah, working on the drawings and working on some loops to make sure some of the motors are working. I'm pretty sure we got one more motor to check out. If not that, and once that's done, you guys can run project again whenever you guys decide to. I found these in the old interns file, so I'm guessing the hardware is $9,348.70, and then services $3,370. Grand total of around $1,200 and around $1,200 to $700. Next one was during the pulp mill outage back in April, so I helped Dave. During that time, I helped Dave burn some firmware for our hardware out at the truck dump and gateway, and we were gonna do digesters, but we had Jake from Rockwell who came here and updated those as well for us. And then I helped them put in some interposing relays for our UPS digesters. So basically the premise of those is if there's like a low battery or something, we get a warning on our HMI. If there's like a battery fault or something like that, we get a warning on our HMI. And then I also helped them pull some wire for our UPS's surge protection as well. Next project is air compressor for building 55 for the damper control. So there was an old Siemens out there, and we wanted to replace it with our complex logic. And it was from 2 previous interns. They didn't get it quite finished, so I went in there with Dave and finished out the programming and the hardware setup. And we were waiting for one hardware card for over a year. So if you can see from this screen, this is what the operators are looking at now. We combined building 90 and building 55 so they can operate it and have readings for whatever they need to switch the dampers during spring or fall or whichever season it is. Like I said, 2 other interns were here before me working on this, and this is what I could find. The grand total for the project is $21,602. Next project that I just finished up fairly soon is water treatment plant chlorine alarm additions. So basically, premises, there were some blind spots in the water treatment plant for the chlorine alarm. So I had 2 new sirens or beacons put in, one right on top of the MCC door on the south wall, and then another one on the north wall by the east entrance. And then I had display on each door, on each of the 3 doors, display the PPMs at any given moment. It reads off of the highest PPM at that given time. So got that all worked in and done with, and I didn't get really a service cost on it, 33 for the flat rate, and then for the equipment hardware costs, $2,328.82. Total should be around, probably I want to say with the service cost for like $2,500 or something like that, or maybe more. Could be wrong. Next was the number 6 wet lab machine. So everything on the wet lab is pretty much control logics based, the newer, better program. And the only thing that wasn't really there was the drawings and the hardware. So I worked on all the drawings, combined them to a control logics drawing type base, because we will eventually, I want to say, go to that once we have the money for the hardware and everything else. So that project isn't getting finished with my time here, but it will when you guys switch over to the newer hardware. And then the next project that I had touched in a little bit was the 1,500-pound feed water demon. So with the demon, I didn't have too much of a good understanding of it, so I had to basically start from scratch. What I really picked up from it is the programming. I want to say the programming is about, if I'm lucky, halfway done. I've been working on the HMI, as you can see a P and ID up there for the operators to their regeneration steps, and then some other logic within the plant DX and the control logics RS5000. That's the hardware we have now running it, and then we are looking to change it to the control logics 17 slot, which will be more compact and nicer, and we can clean up the cabinet. Nick Rakers was on this, but he never got really in depth with it, but this is what he had for the hardware, and I know it's a capital project, so we had a bit more money to use. So he got all the hardware. All the hardware should be here, and I'm pretty sure they are here. So basically, we just gotta finish out the programming and then put in the hardware and put in the manpower to get it all switched over. But the total for the hardware as of right now is $49,663.63. Another thing Nick Rakers left for me was the rail cane. So he left me some prints that were, I don't know, in a bunny hole. I had to go chase it down, and it wasn't too pleasant, but I got it down. I made new drawings for them, and number 3 rail cane wasn't working for the safety lights, and I had that fixed up and troubleshot. Had the radios configured and the spare radios configured. If there was ever a time one of the radios would fail, you guys can just pull one out, and we have those spares in the storeroom and in the E&I shop. So got that all checked out for a safety concern. And then next was the safety sign. Another thing Rakers left me was he was our safety guy for the safety sign. So now they're calling on me to work on it and troubleshoot it whenever it goes down, which is too frequent. So troubleshot it down. Everything's working out fine right now. I'm looking more deeper into it and trying to see if I can implement a new system to make it more reliable, or maybe put it as a whole new facelift for the system, new radios or something to help it be more reliable, so not every week it's down and you guys need to call somebody to go out there and fix it up. Impact of my projects, I want to say it's pretty good with the impact of my projects. A lot of reliability projects, a lot of safety projects, so I hope it helps people be safe and reliable so you guys don't have downtime or anything on those equipments or whatever you guys are using for that. And then what I learned and take away, this is my first internship, so pretty much 99% of everything I've learned is new to me, and this is the first time I'm looking at it with like programming, hardware and whatnot, so I'm taking away a lot for sure, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to take it away and learn from what I did here. Any questions for me?
Your project tracking the costs, so you ordered stuff, it's here, it's installed. Is that yours, or did someone?
Oh no, so it was, so the Demon was Nick Rakers, and then the Building 55 was the other intern who has worked on it, and there's one more. The bark system was another intern, but everything else on the Excel sheets, those were mine. I tracked
that was your format or someone else's?
That was my format.
Yeah, so a good way to track costs and where you are in the project.
Yep. And then give you guys a total in case you guys are wondering on how much cost there is. Any other questions? Concerns? Alright, thank you.